Hey, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Rage, and we are back today with the announcement here and release now of the new Danger Room, actually featuring the Fantastic Four still, but now it's been revised here to include Hellfire Club, in addition to giving some benefits respectively to Mortal X-Men, and as well as some of the other mutant characters that we can get included here. Now, I just did a quick run just to see how it is, guys, in terms of just the nodes overall. A few cards that are actually different as well as we progress through here, but you'll see in the very beginning now they've added a few more where it benefits some of those characters like Cable, Storm, Emma Frost, X-Men gaining the Hellfire Club trait. You also still have historically Blade, Elsa, and Ghost Rider also still being a curse. Now remember, if you have a character like Azazel where he's counted as both a curse and Hellfire, there is a lot of value to be had. And remember, he is farmable now in the antimatter store now for the last little bit. So I was able to do a few notes here on difficulty 10. So I'm just going to add this one here. Gain the 10% damage, armor, and resistance focus. Now, I want to showcase for you guys here real quickly. To be honest, I don't know if Fantastic Four is going to be the go-to, but I was able to at least boost up my Azazel for this. I think Azazel is going to be a very, very important piece. I think if you have characters like Rachel Summers, Emma Frost, Madeline Pryor, Emma Frost X-Men, they're going to be very versatile because they're counted as Hellfire characters, right? I think I also am a huge favorite fan of... Oh, sorry. Oh, I messed that up. I shouldn't have been Mortal. Let me redo that here. But I like the fact that Blade still has the synergy there of the Accursed team. So I want to try Azazel and Blade because Blade has been very, very consistent. And remember, he's got some really good damage at the beginning as well. So what you want to be doing originally is, because it's very rare that you're going to be able to do this in one shot for the higher difficulties. So for me, I usually stay in that difficulty 9, difficulty 10 zone because I like to build up some of these packs as I get ready to go here. And you want to bring in characters like Azazel and Blade because now Azazel, he is going to be able to provide a little bit of value for Drain because remember, Blade counts as a respective member of the Accursed team, which has synergy with Azazel. So this is not the best node 1. If you see some harder node 1s here, you might want to avoid them just for the sake of actually just going through it and building up some packs, right, guys? You can see it was unfortunate we were up against Ultron that can summon more clones, but it's really fun if you do have Azazel, guys, because of the fact that, remember, he's going to be part of the core team now for Hellfire Club. And really, really Nightcrawler-esque vibes, right, when you're going through with him. If you don't have him, that's okay. Blade still works well with the other Hellfire Club members. You just need, I think, offensive output, right? So, for example, this is a good one. On kill, Accursed allies gain speed up and the offense up. On spawn, apply blind to all enemies. So there's a couple options. I'm going to choose this one because of the fact that there is a lot of benefit right now to having some of these Hellfire slash Accursed team members. You can also do this with Fantastic Four. I want to try this because this is the way that it's featured, right? So you always want to be going for obviously the feature spotlight to test it out. And you can see here now, it's really just cool to see some of the synergies that we're using now. Remember, this is a required raid team, so if you put any investment into the Hellfire Club now, wouldn't be a bad idea. What I will be seeking out for, though, is because with this team right now that I have with both Blade and Azazel, they do need more energy. So if there's any cards that either give them more speed up, more energy regeneration, you can see how fast we're going through this. Essentially, there's going to come to a run where you're just going to benefit really strongly from some of the synergies. Now, what I also noticed that they added some of these different cards that has like a ISO name to it. You can see ISO Poker, Striker Hands. On spawn, ally characters gain the following based on the number of strikers. So depending on your ISO weight, it's going to give you different benefits there. Just something to be mindful of. Thankfully, I think Blade is a striker on our side. But now this is really cool. We know Emma Frost, X-Men, and she's really strong on my team because I brought her up into Age of X. We know she is really strong, and she's also classified now as a Hellfire Club member. So that's really, really cool. You can also remember these rentals that you can get. Storm and Gambit also got a bit of love as well for this event. So I'm going to bring in Storm because she's just built up a little higher. And then I am going to position it like that. But now we can go through it, right? You basically just want to keep doing this almost kind of like a gamble. There's a mix of RNG. That's kind of the beauty of the Danger Room and why it makes it so fun is because each time you do it, you don't know what you're going to be getting. But it's actually quite fun, right? It's actually quite fun to go through all the rewards and seeing the different synergies that work. Maybe Phyla Vel makes the most sense there just because she's got a cleanse, so freeze her. But yeah, now you kind of start seeing some of these different synergies. I'm going to go ahead and use the big ultimate there from Azazel just because he attacks everybody, and this would be a good node. Like, I don't expect this team to get to the finish line because we might be seeing some interesting bosses mechanics, and there's probably a Professor Xavier based on what we've seen in the past as well. But it's just cool to have fun with it and see the synergies, right? And just see this team kind of working in tandem with each other, especially since all these characters now are technically classified here as Hellfire or Immortal X-Men. So the other thing to be mindful too, guys, if you're bringing in a character like Storm, remember you could charge her up and use a big ultimate by her. I don't have her built up the highest, but I mean this could be a good reason to put some additional investment into her, or just have fun with it, right? Allies get that 20% damage, defense up. I like the damage because it just allows me to steamroll a little bit more, and then we could take a look at what also is available here from the rental package. Yeah, I'm just gonna save that, to be honest. There's not really good synergies here. You want to make up your mind as you're going through this, especially if you have good characters ready to go here. I do have a strong Franklin Richards, so I can bring him on board. Why not? He doesn't hurt us by having the team. But you can see, guys, it hasn't really been even 10 minutes at the time recording, but we're rolling with this and we're seeing what works. And that's the beauty of the Danger Room. You can try these different combinations. When you get to instances where maybe we're up against like a big boy here, like the enemy Apocalypse, that's where it could be dangerous, right? Maybe this would be actually a good time here to use the big ultimate with Storm. And as you can see there, we did some really good work on Apocalypse, but now he gets off his ultimate. So this gives me some good information now that we need to be mindful maybe of how to counter that, especially if these Apocalypses, these Mephistos start coming up into the into some of the matchups. As you can see, they can hit quite hard, right? And that's what I mean. We got to be mindful. We don't know what other characters or bosses that they've added here until we actually face them. And that's where you kind of get a little bit into the strategy component of it and understanding what needs to be added into your mix here to counter. You know, whether it maybe be some supportive capabilities, maybe we need a tank, someone that can taunt on our team. Maybe pure damage isn't the answer. And even a character like Storm where there was burst, this didn't really help us in our situation, right? But yeah, what I like about it is the Danger Room's always fresh, guys. So it does look like we're probably going to lose this. Maybe I can use my Blade to carry through just because he's got that Gear Tier 20 rocking around here. But yeah, this is kind of my go-to plan, guys. I will make an update on this, but I just wanted to at least show you guys here how to get started. Remember, you have damage dealers like characters like Blade, Azazel, any of the Hellfire Club members. They're going to be gaining some synergies here. They're going to be able to allow you to get some of those gold packs, obviously, to build off of this, and then you can start kind of seeing these benefits and some of the different cards, so you can understand, you know, at the end of the day, how we're going to need to pivot here and what characters are going to work and what don't really seem to be that effective. But now that gives me some more information now, guys. So hope this helps. We'll be back with more, but I just want to get you guys started at least seeing how I'm going through this mindset. Now, when we do the new run here, I can go through and use these earned cards here. We were just shy of adding another one here. I think 20% extra damage or resistance and armor later on is going to be really big. You obviously want to be going for some of these big ones. What I really like usually is the Accursed allies gaining the energy on hit. That one has been very awesome to see. Oh, and even look at this one. Hellfire Royal Flush. Hellfire Club allies gain offense up, defense up, speed up, regen immunity for 1 turn, and revive 1. So this number 10 here and number 11, this is going to be massive for the success of the progression here, really featuring these characters here, right? So do let me know what you guys think in comments below. Are you having fun? Are you not? What tips and tricks, anything that you found helpful? We'll be back with more, guys. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.